Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Yankee and the Brit. I'm Jay. He's Maddie. And today we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers, Mark Murphy's comments, and his future with the Green Bay Packers. But first, guys, which player in the NFL has had his talents wasted most by his team?
What is Aaron Rodgers?
There you go. We got it. We have a winner.
We tried.
The Daily Double. So, all right, Maddie. Aaron Rodgers is in the news for being on guest host of Jeopardy, but also it sparked a conversation when Mark Murphy, who is pretty much the de facto owner of the Green Bay Packers because they don't have an owner. Yep. So he was asked about Aaron Rodgers' future in the contract, and he replies that he is not going to talk about players' contracts, which is a very generic answer. And we've heard all the questions with Aaron Rodgers saying, I don't know what the future holds. Time will tell. All of that different things. And no, I am not saying I am an insider, but because of where I live, I do have a couple friends who own businesses who are friendly with some retired Packer players. And it was told to me that Aaron Rodgers was actually contacted to restructure his deal, but it was more of the phantom years at the end. And Aaron Rodgers was not willing to restructure his deal unless there was years added that guaranteed him money that would guarantee that he would be the quarterback of the near future. And the Packers weren't willing to make that commitment, is what I have been told.
Yeah, I mean, what are they doing? Even you've got Aaron Rodgers, just use him. I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to stay relevant. It's more important from where I'm sitting. It's more important for the Green Bay Packers to be relative for a long time than to just go win a Super Bowl, go win another Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers was the MVP of the league. Let's just put that in context. If either of our teams had the MVP of the league, right? If Kirk Cousins somehow became the MVP of the league and Dak Prescott, which he was on MVP form, but would no way get the votes at the end of the season unless they went through and absolutely run the table. If they both got MVP, none of them would be talking about contracts issues. They'd be saying, how much money do you want? Let's just sign on the dotted line, All
right.
How much money do you want?
I'm going to ask you this. And I'm guessing you'll agree, and I'm going to speak for you. Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? And so, Maddie, as a Cowboys fan and a Vikings fan, if we had Aaron Rodgers, I think we both have at least 3 rings. What do you think?
I definitely think they would have more rings than 1,
Man, the talent on both of our teams. Now, granted, that has a lot to do with that you weren't paying quarterbacks astronomical money, but
we are.
Both of our teams had such talent with an Aaron Rodgers. I think we got a couple rings. And so I really feel like you're right. What are they doing? Not only have, and it's not just this regime, it was before, but you squandered one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. And I hate to say it pains me every time as a Vikings fan. But I've always said Tom Brady is the GOAT, 7 rings, chalk it up. You can't argue that. But Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback I've ever watched throw a football or move around and do things. And he does things that blow my freaking mind. And maybe Patrick Mahomes will surpass that because he has the talent. I just need some years, right, on Patrick. But Aaron Rodgers is so freaking amazing as a quarterback, and he makes up for a multitude of sins. He cures your offensive line trouble. You didn't have running backs for years. He's always throwing to guys you never heard of. What the hell are you doing?
It's just the little things that Rodgers does as well. He's getting tackled, so he knows to just flip the ball away, so you don't take the sack. He knows just to flip it away, just straight into the ground, obviously. But as he's going down,
is throwing the ball away because you live to play another play. Rodgers has no problems putting that ball in the third
like
row.
Brady, Rodgers, Wilson, like Wilson maybe less, but Brady and Rodgers definitely know how to do that. And it's the way Brady does it before he even gets hit, which is why he can play for so long. But Rodgers does it as he's still trying to make the play, but as he's getting hit, he'll just flip the ball out before his knees touch the ground. And you think that's what's so irritating. As a Dallas Cowboys fan, watching Aaron Rodgers play against you is the most infuriating thing, because you get to him. You're like, we've done it in playoffs. We get to him. We've got him. And he just flips the ball away, and you think, right, okay, so he's just done that. Awesome. Like, that means that's turned a 3-yard loss into just a throwaway ball, no sack. The defensive line is pissed off because they haven't got any sacks, And Aaron Rodgers is a great player. Some of the throws that he's made, he's also the reason. Like, you can look at it and you can say, why haven't the Cowboys made it to the playoffs in 25 years? Well, they keep on facing Aaron Rodgers. Like, a lot of the time. Like, I know there's other problems as well.
Well, no, because the refs fucked you and said Dez didn't catch that ball.
Yeah, exactly. But also, Aaron Rodgers plays his best football in Dallas. Like, he always just plays his best football in Dallas. And I still love the guy. And I haven't seen my team go to a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship game because of Aaron Rodgers, basically. Like, there are other problems. There are other reasons, like CJ Anderson running us off the pitch in the LA Coliseum. But I haven't seen just one guy repeatedly fuck over a team so much as Aaron Rodgers every time he has to play in the AT&T Stadium,
it's awful as a Vikings fan. You can be up by 6 points and give him the ball back with 40 seconds, and I'm praying we don't freaking lose. Like, I'm serious. You know what I mean?
Like, you have to play him 2 times a year. I can't imagine how you feel about it.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, and where I live, I've heard a lot of rotten, like, stories like, oh, Rodgers is an asshole, but nothing ever specific, right? Then I watch him on Pat McAfee, and I think that's all overblown. But my question to Green Bay is, what the hell have you seen in Jordan Love that makes you think you can move on when he wasn't even good enough to be your second string quarterback last year?
Yeah, that's like, we've got our love of Aaron Rodgers out of the way. Now let's just talk about what the Packers are doing. Are they playing Aaron Rodgers to hope he doesn't want the money that, like, Dak's getting or something? Because you look at it and you think, it can't be Jordan Love, unless Jordan Love is absolutely unbelievable and we don't know. But he wasn't the second.
No, and you would have heard something out of practice. Like, we heard how good Patrick Mahomes was the year he sat. We heard when Brett Favre was in Green Bay that Aaron Rodgers was going to be a good quarterback. Now, we might not have believed it, but they were saying it in that building and the media was hearing it. From what I heard through the media, Jordan Love didn't even look that good in practice, and Aaron Rodgers took all of the first-team snaps. They were saying that he wasn't leaving any first-team snaps for Jordan Love, which makes sense because you ain't taking my job. Like,
Yeah, of course. Aaron Rodgers isn't the guy you do this to. It's not like
how do you even contemplate moving on from a league MVP? Look, I thought the Patriots were insane for moving on from Tom Brady. But I think the level of insanity with the Packers even thinking about moving on from Aaron Rodgers is crazy. And I also say you should have extended him. It frees up money. You give him more years. You make him feel good. And you don't have to pay him the big money till the big TV contracts kick in if you did it right. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand what the fuck Gutekunst and all of them are doing over there. I don't know what makes Matt LaFleur and him think it's a good idea to get ready to move on from one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the NFL.
And if they're looking to if Jordan Love, they've decided isn't the guy, and they're looking to kind of work on another guy of the future, say they really like Kyle Trask or Kellen Moore or that kind of thing, nobody's going to let them do that. Like, they do not, like, Detroit, as long as Aaron Rodgers there, Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago are always going to be in front of them. So as soon as they get wind that the Packers are going to do that, if I was you guys, I would almost trade let somebody trade in front of me to go get Carl Trask or Kellen Mond or whoever else is down there. Ian Brooks. I like Ian Brooks. He's good.
True story. So the Vikings traded back in last year's draft, right? Before they traded back, the Packers actually called to trade up for Jordan Love. And let them do that. No, and I don't know if they knew who they were drafting, but they were like, there's no way we're letting you in front of or like take our pick. If you get in front of us, great, go ahead and do what you got to do, but you ain't getting our pick. It's kind of like you and I just talked about on the mock draft. There's no way Atlanta's trading that pick to Carolina.
Which is why Carolina have just had to make a certain move that we're going to talk about very soon.
Correct. But I'm just saying you're not going to do it. So you're right. And if you're a team like Chicago, Detroit, or even Minnesota, do you not need a guy to develop?
Yeah. It's really in your best interest to never let those guys fall to Green Bay. Like, everybody says, like, look at what you do best. And I suppose with Detroit, they've got enough issues to worry about playing about with the Packers. They're not going to be close to the Packers for a while. But with the Bears and with the Vikings, they're close enough, to just not let. So Rodgers is going to be there for a year. We know that. We're all at those terms. They're not going to get rid of him this year. That'd be ridiculous. And now, as soon as I've said this, we're going to get a tweet coming through from Ian Rappaport that says Aaron Rodgers has been traded. But
21st round picks. Yeah.
3 first-round picks to the 49ers.
For the next 20 years, the Chicago Bears give their first-round pick to...
Yeah, the San Francisco 49ers have given up 5 first-round picks, including their number 4 to get to... Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's there for this year. And I do honestly think, like, he went on the Pat McAfee show and said, it's been overblown. Look at this. And you have your own insider information. Jay, NFL insider over here for the Green Bay Packers. And that information kind of makes sense as well. But I think there will be a deal done for there to be something there next year. He's not gonna walk. Like, they're not gonna let him walk, But
anybody who watches,
it's a struggle
NFC
for him
North,
to be there.
The same person who told me this is the same person who told me 2 days before it was announced that Tremont Williams was coming back to Green Bay, and they were right on that one too. So you can go back in NFC North. I don't have insider information. I am not an insider, but I did drop 2 days early that Tremont's old ass was coming back to Green Bay, which was great for them. But I'm saying same person. So it's not, I don't believe it's bullshit. I believe there's a lot of truth to what was being said. And I also believe that if you're Aaron Rodgers, and I think you said this already, you deserve that. You earn that.
You deserve it. You earn. Well, I said that actually before the recording.
I hope they get rid of Aaron Rodgers, okay? Like, I pray. Yeah. I would rather face Jordan Love for the next 15 years than Aaron Rodgers for the next 5.
Yeah, and like you look at it and you go, I can now love Aaron Rodgers. Imagine if he moved out of the AFC. Imagine if you moved out of the AFC, moved to the AFC, sorry. And you could finally be like, oh, I just love Aaron Rodgers for being Aaron Rodgers. At least he's not at the Packers. I mean,
right. And it's the thing is like anybody who knows football, unless we are completely being wrong about Jordan Love and that he's the next Patrick Mahomes, what the fuck are you doing? And that's the only question I got.
If Jordan Love is the guy, then they've played a great game. Well done, guys. You've played a great game. Jordan Love's the guy. You've developed another great quarterback. You're going to be relevant for another 15 years.
I think their first 3 picks in the draft will tell you exactly how they feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Imagine they take Kellen Mond or Carl Trask, and then you're just like, oh, Aaron.
Right, but if they don't give him a receiver in the first 2
receiver
picks, or tight end or something, but like in the first 2 picks, their offensive line's pretty good, but if you got another top offensive lineman, I would say that that's showing Rodgers some love too, right? But
it's not that there isn't there's going to be loads of receivers there.
If you don't give him a weapon in one of the first 3 picks, you're telling us right away that you don't care about. It's almost a throwaway year. If you make it, great. If you don't, you're moving on, and that's crazy to me.
It's a Green Bay strategy to stay relevant as long as they can, and it makes sense. They don't have an owner. It's a small market.
Well, you don't remember this because your lifetime it didn't happen because of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, but I remember when the Packers would only win 4 games a year and not
Yeah.
a single free agent wanted to come to Green Bay. Not a single player wanted to be drafted by Green Bay. They were awful. That's back when them and the Tampa Bay Bucks were the laughing stock of the NFL. And that was for years. They went from Bart Starr to Brett Favre gap being awful. They better never want to do that again. I say,
right, but
you grab Aaron Rodgers and ride him till the wheels fall off.
In those next 3 years, no, but that's the thing. Like, they're trying to make the move so that they know Aaron Rodgers isn't Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be playing until 41. Aaron Rodgers definitely isn't. I doubt he'll play like as far as Brady is.
No, I think he'll play 5 more years. That's my guess.
You think he's got 5 more years? Yeah.
And I think he's
in the cold of, yeah. And I think if he ends up in Cali, like, he could easily play a bit longer, you know, and if like, but that cold weather in Green Bay isn't the most pleasant on your bones to be throwing a football either. Like, he's a Cali guy, you know, and I think if he moves there, then maybe you can get that time out of him. But they're trying to make the move so that they're going to be relevant for even longer, whilst having something sat in front of them where, hang on, we're one game away from the Super Bowl.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years in a row, and against that Kansas City team who looked like nothing because they didn't have an offensive line. Like, you've got to think, with everything we know now about the Kansas City Chiefs in that game, you pick the Packers to be the favorite. Like, with everything you know now about the Chiefs with their offensive line troubles and how much it affected them, you would pick the Packers to be the favorite in that game. And you think, would you not rather have 2, maybe even 3 rings in the next 5 years? And then just be shit for like 10 years. As a Cowboys fan, I wasn't even alive the last time they went to an NFC Championship game. Never mind the Super Bowl. I know it was in the same year, but I still live off the fact that they're America's team. They've won the second most Super Bowl. Like, you know, like, they've won loads of Super Bowls. Like, I still live off them, and I haven't seen them. Like, the Packers need to be like, let's win these now. Like, let's go beat those Patriots. Let's go get them now.
Is it not a win if you even win 1 Super Bowl in the next 4 or 5 years? You know, I mean, it's so hard. Aaron Rodgers has won one in over 10.
And with the amount of good QBs that are coming out as well, like, wouldn't it make sense to kind of be like, let's win a Super Bowl, let's win 2, we'll suck after Rodgers goes, and then we'll get the 4th pick. And the 4th pick of the minute looks like you get a good quarterback.
Maybe you don't suck. Maybe you do pick up a 4th round quarterback. Isn't that what Dak was 4th round, right?
Dak was 4th round. That'll never happen again.
But Tony Romo, undrafted. There is guys.
Tom Brady, 6 rounds.
Right. I'm just saying there's guys out there who have done it. Now, you can do it. I'm not saying it's always going to happen or whatever, but we can go through the NFL and find quarterbacks from the 3rd round back, Russell Wilson, who have all done really good things in the NFL. So maybe you don't end up. But why would you bail on a proven commodity who is at the top of his game?
Yeah, and it's like you're betting
on.
You
don't go from MVP to trash. You just don't.
Yeah, it just won't happen. So, you know, Green Bay, do what you want to do. You're a well-run organization who you're making lots of money. You've stayed relevant. Well done. Like, in a small market, but go
win. As a football fan,
just go win.
I think you're an idiot if you move on from Aaron Rodgers. As a Vikings fan, I encourage you to move on from Aaron Rodgers.
As a Cowboys fan, I also encourage you as long as you shift him out of the AFC to the AFC. Hey, I hear the Denver Broncos need a quarterback. Just offer him. I
heard Belichick needs a quarterback.
Yeah, maybe not there though. That's too. That will make them too good again.
Well, guys, I think we wrap this up. And if you want to hear more about who's going to be Belichick's quarterback, check out our next video because I'm going to drop that for you. And we're going to talk a little bit coming up here about the Sam Darnold trade. And I'm willing to bet Maddie and I don't agree once again. But everybody, thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all your podcasting platforms. Thanks for checking us out. One world, one love. Deuces.
Cheerio.